Where have all the real homies gone? What's up, y'all? I go by the name of DoItJack, and you are now tuned in with What's Your Hustle, and I just got one question for you. Where did they all go? See, things is a lot different than where they were 15, 20 years ago. We are living in a time of crisis because there's just not a lot of real homies to go around. You know what I'm saying? We're at a shortage of people who really give other people game. We're at a shortage of people to really mentor and really to show other people, other younger homies who's coming up, the way of life, or you know what I'm saying, just the ropes and how to maneuver out here in these streets. Now let me explain my reason for why I think that is. For one, now more than ever, a lot of us are growing up in broken homes where there are more female-led households than there are men-led households. So a lot of the men that's coming up now have these bitch-made female tendencies. Now, that's not to say that we're not blaming the moms or anything like that, but of course we all know studies show, according to science, and I'm spitting science right now, that two-parent households tend to raise better, healthier people. Now that can't be debated. That's not either true. I mean, there's no gray area with that. That's what it is. That's fact. Two-parent households always raise better people. Now, there are times with two-parent households they fuck up because you know what I'm saying, there are parents who just don't do a great job. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. Now, how do you explain dudes who do have two-parent households who still ain't a real one, who just still on some pussy shit? A lot of times because you become a pussy if you was raised by a pussy. No disrespect to your dad, but let's just be honest. Let's just talk it and call it how it is. A lot of times, pops don't really equip us with the tools necessary to really be a thorough person out here. They just think that feeding you and giving you a place to stay and sending you off to school every morning as a kid means that they're a good dad. Good dads are super fucking important. So they have to really be putting you up on game. And if your dad's not putting you up on game, then he's slacking in the dad department. All right, now let's move on. You hear me talk about this all the time. Social media. We're living in a social media age where attention is just free. You can log on to the computer and get some free attention, get some free validation from somebody just to make yourself feel better. Now, a lot of dudes out here, and you see it all the time if you go on one of these bad bitches Instagram profiles and they post a picture with their ass hanging out, you see all the thirsty dudes who posting comments on it. See, we don't want to be one of those dudes. As a young homie, let me tell you how to be a real one. Being a real one is all about staying true to yourself, right? If this bad bitch in person, if you saw her in person, would you make that same comment? Oh, damn, that ass is fat, right? Would you make that same comment in person? See, people tend to get more courageous when they're over the internet. People tend to become Superman when they're on the internet. That's why we get all these internet beefs nowadays. The internet has a lot to do with losing the real ones. You know, back then when my dad was coming up and all of them, they would tell me how many homies was in the hood who would really put them on shit. Really, like, you know what I'm saying, put them on an opportunity to make them some money. A lot of that shit is gone now because we are dealing with a whole different breed of dudes out here. And a lot of dudes, like I said, they in it for one thing. And do I even have to say it? Clout. Clout is the unofficial currency for a lot of these dudes out here. If you can get yourself a little bit of clout, people feel like you can go a long way with it, which is true. But a lot of people are doing it. And I'm not even going to go ahead and go to that. I got a whole video talking about clout chasing. But the main thing is where have all the real homies gone? There's not too many DoItJacks out here. You feel me? There's a lot of people out here who pretend like they real, but then when you meet them in person, it's a whole different vibe. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about the young homies, because I never had a big homie growing up, because when I was growing up, that was like the beginning of the end of the real homies.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not.
So now I'm trying to bring all that back, where us as the older dudes, we gotta show the little young homies really how to get down out here. You know what I'm saying? Stop chasing the ass like that and let the ass come to you once you get your shit together. It's real simple. If you notice, once you get your shit straight and you get a little bit of success, you get your money, whatever, ass just comes easier. You feel me? You got more to work with now. It seems like now when you're younger and shit, you have to actually chase ass in order to get ass. Now, I mean, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Let me know if that statement is true or false, all right? But the whole industry of single parenthood, the whole industry of clout chasing social media accounts and all of this attention whoring is really fucking the game up, you know what I'm saying? And even the music now. The music, we don't really talk about no real shit in the music. Everybody just says the same shit in just a different way over a different beat with a different voice inflection. But none of that is really helping groom and raise a lot of real homies. You see, you can't just be raised by your parents alone. You have to be raised in the streets as well. You got to also be raised in school. And a lot of times we don't really have a lot of male teachers in school. That's another thing. Where's all the male teachers in elementary school? Where's all the male teachers in middle school? I could probably count on one hand how many male teachers I had in my life. And the ones who I did have in my life, they wasn't playing that shit. Like, you act up in their classroom, they'll put your ass out. They calling your parents. Or a lot of times they won't even call your parents because they feel like they can handle it themselves. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. I don't think most of us had a whole lot of male teachers. Now, it could be wrong, but I think the majority of this culture that we live in is dominated by female teachers. Again, I am not faulting female teachers, but the thing is, dudes, you know what I'm saying, how you be in class, you just get fidgety, because you can't just sit still for fucking 8 hours. How you gonna sit still in the fucking classroom for 8 hours? You need shit to do. You need to be active. And a lot of females are able to sit still better than males. That's why a lot of times the dudes, they just get in trouble in school. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then you'll get a female who on some, you know what I'm saying, some getting in trouble type shit, but mostly it's the dudes. The little homies, you know what I'm saying, when you in 5th grade and shit like that, you can't really sit still. You need to get up, you got energy, you got a little bit of that testosterone, you got to really express yourself. But those are just 3 reasons that I wanted to give of why I think we had a shortage of real homies, man. Where have all the real homies gone? Now, it's your boy DoItJack. Follow me on Instagram. Like, subscribe, comment on this channel here, on this video. And haters, y'all know what it is. Get at me.